So speaking of Facebook, today we are talking about how to use Facebook for your local business and how to kind of grow locally. Facebook has done an incredible job of letting us connect with people literally worldwide. Even Pretty Plan Divas, we're now in 11 different countries, and a lot of that has to do with social media, but also, Facebook has obviously been a huge part of that. When you watch our roll calls and stuff like that, we have divas from the UK, we have divas from Australia, we have divas from South Africa, we have divas from all over the place. And Facebook has given us such a great place to connect. And so it has made the world almost, hey Cindy, it has made the world almost seem smaller, right? Because we've been able to be a lot more connected. But I think that one of the downsides to Facebook is that it has kind of, because it feels like, the world is so small or whatever, we've kind of forgotten what we can really do kind of in our own backyard. And Facebook still has a lot of resources and a lot of tools that we can use to grow and to learn and to find things that we can get involved with on a local level. Now, I know that the industry is kind of shifting to trying to do, this social selling thing and have more stuff online. But guys, I got to tell you, in 2017, there's even more reason to get together with your girlfriends. There is just this magic that happens when you get your friends together in the same room, and some of that magic involves those checkbooks, all right? I still don't go shopping alone. Just because we have online or whatever, I won't even buy anything from Amazon without screenshotting it over to my best friend first and being like, do I need this? Tell me I need this. Do you think this would fit? Do you think this, this would fit in the house? Whatever. So while, internet has gotten huge and obviously in a part of everything, we still have that human connection. So, I still think that having those in-home parties is where the magic is going to really, really happen. Yes, we have Facebook Live. It's amazing. Yes, we have Pinterest and Instagram Live, and there's still something magic that happens in somebody's living room or in somebody's office. So, even if you want to still do your parties online, even if you're one-on-one selling, however you do it, if you're not doing the typical home party, fine. But how cool would it be if, every time you went to the store, you ran into a hostess, or you ran into a customer, or you met somebody new, or, whatever. If you walked into, a local meeting for something completely unrelated to your business, and they say, oh, Scrapbook Cowgirl's here. Being known, this is not only huge for growing your business locally, but it's for the referrals that you can get. I was known in my town, and we have, there are several ladies that I know that oh, that's the Tupperware girl. Oh, that's the Mary Kay lady. Now, they certainly aren't the only ones in town, but they are the most known, and it is not a coincidence. They are also the most successful, because if you ask me for a Mary Kay rep, I'm going to tell you my person, and I found my person because somebody else told me about her, because somebody, and so on and so forth. I can tell you the rep of town because we've all done vendor events together. We've all, and these are ladies that are way high up. They didn't start there, but they're way high up, and part of that success has to do with the fact that they have really built that local level kind of foundation. All right? So, how to build on a local level. So, and this is just Facebook. There are some of this stuff will work on Instagram, on Pinterest, on Twitter, even on Snapchat. Snapchat now has Snapchat Maps, which we may do a whole training on that some other time. But just talking about Facebook, it takes a little bit of research, but these are free things that you can do, free resources, free things that you can look up, free outlets that you will find with a little bit of research. The biggest one is the events tab. So the biggest way to grow in your community is to get active in your community, is to start doing things in your community. It's to leave your house. Now, there's a big difference between, leaving your house to head to a summer concert or leaving your house to promote your business. Promoting your business, that can seem suffocating, right? That can be scary. We can talk ourselves out of that. It's that 600-pound phone. I don't know how many people have said that they sat in their car with their gardening gifts there and they just couldn't make themselves get out of the car. So I get that. I understand that. That makes you 100% normal. But what if you were going to an outdoor concert? What if you were going to an art fair? What if you were going to paint pottery at a new pottery place that just opened up? Like, you can get out of the house for that, right? The thing is, all of those places have people that you want to meet. The people who are known in the area, they have these huge circles of friends, acquaintances, maybe not friends, but these huge circles of people that they know and know them. And that's where those referrals come from. That's where those like that notoriety and that becoming known in your area really gets. My goal for you is that your phone is ringing, that people are calling you and saying, I want to have a party, or I want to join your team, or I want to place an order. Imagine, I used to work in an office where the phone rang every day of people placing orders. And literally it was my job to answer the phone and take the order. And it was a great job. I loved it. I had so much fun. I got to know my people. It was like a warehouse type thing that I worked at. This is what you do. Imagine if every time your phone rang, it was somebody calling to give you money. Okay? So, but it has to be known. You got to be out there. All right, so events are huge. This is just by clicking the events tab. If you're on the desktop, it's over on the left-hand side. If you are on your, trying to think of where it is. I think you have to go where on iPhone is where the three little lines are, and it kind of slides over, and you go to events or whatever. But anyhow, the events of your on Facebook, okay? So here's the thing. The first section here is going to pull up what you have either RSVP to or what you have been invited to. But down here, you can get a list of events near Pensacola or near your area. It's going to be, Pensacola is obviously where I live, all right? But it's going to put near. And you can actually click, there will be if you scroll down a little bit, I couldn't screenshot anymore, but these are the ones that are popular with friends, all right? So this is what is local. You can find things going on right now, today. You can find things going on, later in the week. These are things that your friends have either RSVP'd or showed interest in, because remember, you can do both. And then just below this, down here, will be something that says basically see more, okay? And then that will pull up a list of all events in your area. And they're like ways that you can kind of narrow it down and stuff. Let me see if I have here. Yes, okay. So I hit this one, I hit events near Pensacola, but you can see here, you can do today, this week, next weekend, next week. You can even choose a date. So here's the thing. Let's say that it's summertime and you're going on vacation and you know that you're going to be in Minneapolis for a week and you would love to meet somebody or recruit somebody or something in Minneapolis, or maybe you want to write the trip off, so maybe there's a vendor event or something that you can do up there. You can choose the location. Look, see, you can put more here. But you can choose the date that you're going to be there. You can change the location. This is all of kind of our surrounding areas and stuff like that. You can even narrow it down by category. And this will literally search all of the events, all of the public events that are on Facebook. I can't remember what, I remember the number was like staggering. It's something like, I want to say like 3 million events happening on Facebook at any given day. That's huge. So you can use the events tab almost as like your own search engine. And what you can do is you then find things that you can get involved in. Now, you don't have to look for anything that has to do with business. This is just about getting out and meeting people. This is just about talking to people. I will tell you, and this is going to sound crazy, this event right here is called Island Fights. It's one of the biggest events in Pensacola. It is like people beating each other up. I can't even tell you how against, like, the idea of humans hitting each other is. Like, I'm so against it. But you know what? It's a massive event, and there are thousands of people that go. And I know tons of people that go. And so you know what happens? I go. And it becomes a joke. Now, these men choose to do this. This is sport for them. So, and women. There were women last time too. So, you know, they can do their own thing. It's kind of the joke. Everybody has gotten to know me there. I know a ton of people. I get a VIP table on the floor. People know me down there. But what is so funny is I'm always the girl that has to have my back to, like, the ring will be going on over there. And as soon as they walk out to fight, I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk to somebody over here. And I will completely, like, I don't even want to see it. I don't, you know, whatever. Anyway, so it's kind of become a joke. But what's comical about that is that people know me because of that. So they're like, uh-oh, you know, Lindsay, the guys are coming out, turn around, you know. And so I'm like, oh, thank you. And I turn around and whatever. So my point is, and the thing is, on the floor, all those VIP, I network and I work with all of them. In fact, I am speaking at an event tomorrow that I am not only being paid for, but that I will probably get clients for, that I met on the floor of Island Fights. So, and there's another one coming up in 2 weeks. So my point in all of that is that you don't have to choose something that is business in order to get there and get known and get your name out there and stuff, because these are networking events. These are opportunities that you can kind of get out there. Ooh, I got exploded. Okay. Also, when you're going to something, or if you have interest in something or whatever, share them on your page. Share them, because remember, when we talk about Facebook pages, you are a resource. You are more than just a chick that sells something, okay? You are a resource. And so when you're building your local area, you want to make sure that you are posting things that people in your local area are interested in. So you can share your products, your hostess promotions, your recruiting stuff or whatever, but also share things that are going on. By the way, also share viral videos and viral photos and all these kind of things. But events, it's going to show as Party Plan Divas shared Bands on the Beach or whatever. And you can say, you know, hey, local friends, hey, local friends, do you guys go to Bands on the Beach, or have you ever been to Bands on the Beach? And you can even see right up here, it shows you who from your friends list is either going, which my friend Melissa, she's got the little green check, or these ladies, these four, have got the little star, so they're interested in going. All right, so you can see this is somewhere your friends, your customers, your whatever, they're going to be. So what a great opportunity for you to see them. Okay, and you don't have to go and you know, vomit your business all over them or whatever, but go and see each other and go, oh my gosh, hey, you're here. Yes, it was great to see you. Da, da, da. And if the business comes up naturally, which a lot of times it does, for instance, every time I see my Mary Kay girl, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have got to order some stuff from you. Call me this week, you know, because I never remember to call her, but she's wonderful about calling me. And so there are times when she's like, oh, you know what? I actually just happen to have, because she's taken my gardening training, she's like, I just happen to have a new catalog or a new, you know, whatever. So the thing is, those conversations can happen, but when they happen organically, they're never going to happen with you sitting on your couch. They're never going to happen unless you are in the presence of these people, right? So share those local events, and then go to them and go live from them, because again, you're a resource. So this past weekend was our Blue Angels show, which is a huge event that we have here in Pensacola. And so I shared whatever. I did not go. They put so many people on the beach. There was supposed to be a huge rainstorm, whatever. We decided not to go. But what ended up happening was I saw all of these people who were videoing it and doing it live. Well, what actually happened is I connected. I saw, as a consumer, again, I saw that my local my health and wellness lady, I won't say which company, but one of my local health and wellness ladies, she was there. She went on live. Facebook, because they give so much emphasis to people going live, even though I haven't seen her recently in my news feed, her live video popped up. And so it reminded me that I am almost out of one of the supplements that I take. So, I mean, granted, these are, you know, just examples, but these are live, real, true examples of how it can happen. So she goes to the event, she's going live. I happen to see it. I'm at home. I chose not to go. And I'm like, I send her a message right there while I'm thinking about it. I'm a consumer. I am your target market also, right? And I'm like, hey, I need to get another bottle of, you know, whatever. But the Facebook Lives, that's going to show up on your, and you're going from your page, by the way. We're talking all about pages, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But that's going to show up in your video. It's telling Facebook, hey, I'm here, I'm active. This is my page. I'm doing a business. I'm here. I'm putting great information on Facebook. Remember our feeding Facebook? This is one of those things. So go to these events, go live. You want to go live for at least 10 minutes. If you can go at least 20, that is even better. But again, this is all stuff that you can use to curate, to create things that are for your page. People will see it. Your customers will see it. Local people will see it. Use the hashtags of your town, that kind of stuff, and it will grow from there. All right. In addition to events, local groups. This is another free resource on Facebook that you can use almost kind of as a search engine to really connect. So all I did here was I typed in Pensacola into the search bar, which is my hometown where I live. The other one that I was showing you was Pages, which is right here. So then I just slid over to groups, okay? And these are some of the most popular groups in the area. This very first one is Pensacola Rocks. If you guys have not gotten into the rock painting craze, I'm going to encourage that you do so. It is hugely viral right now, and such a great opportunity. I actually found a rock from somebody who was giving away something free. It was a rock paint. I should have taken a picture. Painted like a donut. And our local donut shop that just opened said, if you bring in this rock, you'll get a free donut. Okay, so look for your town in the rocks. You don't have to have kids. Grown people are doing this, maybe even more so than kids. I've seen very few things from kids, but all of us adults are having a blast. I mean, like, I'll tell you, like, okay, here's one of my rocks that I got. My girl painted. I have like rocks everywhere. Anyway, I could go down a whole whatever of the rocks, but super fun. You can do your business on the rocks. You know, there are local businesses. If you have a local shop, do a rock trading post. I posted about that a couple of weeks ago. Those rock trading posts are huge. I mean, I've seen meetups and friendships and stuff happening at rock trading posts. All they did was put a sign up, a couple colored rocks, and put in the group, we have a rock trading post, come on down and see us. And it's been, I mean, just huge. There are 29,900 something members. When I joined the Pensacola Rocks group, there were less than 500 people, and that was only, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. So this is going, again, hugely viral. So that's just one thing. But what else are you interested in? And that's what you kind of want to think about. The thing is, when you're wanting to meet and grow with new people, you're wanting to start those relationships. You don't start with, hi, I'm Lindsay and I, you know, do direct sales coaching. You start with, hey, I'm Lindsay. I love fitness. I love succulents. I drink wine. Like these are my things, right? So think about who you can connect with. Do you love to paint? Do you do pottery? Are you a quilter? What are you, a gardener? What are other things? You guys can see my little succulent back there. They've now started taking over the whole office. But I can connect with people that I have like-minded interests with. So I find other people, like I met a lady when I was shopping for succulents, and there was this new place that opened up, and it had a huge sign up front that said succulents. And I walked right in, walked right to it. There was a woman standing there, and she's like a moth to a flame, isn't it? And I'm like, all you have to do is put a sign up, and here we come. And it became this, talking about her. We ended up exchanging business cards because I started talking about business. I said that I've been using them to decorate my home office, and she's like, oh, what do you do? Ding. So anyway, that is how you can work into these conversations. But I truly was there to feed my succulent addiction. Okay, I was certainly not there to talk about my business, but I went somewhere, I met somebody that I had something in common with. We got a laugh and realized, and honestly, we're all the same people, right? We're all just, people who love people. So, I got my succulents. I happen to have my gardening gifts with me. Okay, that's why it's so important, because you never know when it's going to give you an opportunity to talk about it. But I connected, and that was somebody locally. And how this goes back to Facebook was that I actually saw it on Facebook to start with. So, in the sign and whatever. All right. So that's how it goes back to Facebook. All right. I got to hurry up. Couple other things, make sure that you connect with local businesses. So here, go to the pages, go ahead and like and connect with everything that is in your area. So this is a local restaurant, this is a local delivery service, this is just a local blog, Pensacola with Kids. I'll show you that one in just a second. Pensacola Runners Association. Again, if you have a product that works for runners, there's such a great community, CrossFit, like stuff like that, anything fitness, and it can literally be anything. I don't know if my Arbonne girl is here, but this stuff is fantastic. This actually is in our gift guide that just went live yesterday, but this would be a great product because it's an after workout product. Okay, so you can connect, start talking to people. Who knows, you might take up running, but you can see how you can connect. Pensacola Flower, that's fitness. One of them is flowers. This is another restaurant, the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. So that is our baseball team. Well, what are they going to post on their page? They're going to post resources that we want to know. Who cares if you like baseball? You don't have to watch baseball. I don't like fighting, but I go to the fights, right? So you can go to the baseball games, but the thing is, they're very in tune and in touch with a lot of things. So you go, you get a collective audience. They have advertising things, they have sponsorship things, they have special nights that you may fit in. They have where they do call outs for raffles. Can you raffle off a basket of your products to the Wahoo Stadium that's going to have 6,000 people in it? Sure. But you won't know about those types of things if you're not connecting. So you can connect with, and in fact, like the page, and then you can go and say hi to them. Okay, and so when you go to post a status, if you click on, there's a little drop down box here, and you can comment as yourself, or you can choose to comment as your page. So if your page is something like, scrapbooking by Cindy, or whatever, so that they can kind of see who you are, what you do, and they still get your name, then you can just say, hi, just found your page, so excited to connect with you. Thanks for sharing such great resources. Or something like that, okay? And the thing is, there's a human behind that page, right? And that human is going to see your post, and they can respond back. And also, look and see over here. There's all kinds, they're sharing events, they're sharing photos, they're sharing videos. So these are ways, again, that you can connect with them. Now, you can also do visit whatever your town is. So visit Destin, visit Fort Walton, visit Navarre, visit Pensacola, visit wherever you're from, okay? And you can just do again, visit whatever your town is and search for a page, because most every town has these now. It's kind of what the new for the chambers of commerce and stuff like that. And also, if you notice, a new update that has happened with Facebook is when you visit a page, automatically Messenger has started popping up. So, right here. So don't be afraid to message them. Okay, the same thing that you can post on the page. Now, the Messenger will show up as your personal, whatever, but that's okay. That's still a way to connect. So, you can write in, you can say, hi, so excited to connect with you, looking for fun stuff to do in Pensacola, okay, or whatever. And the human that is behind there will then, you know, go back and talk and stuff like that. And that's, again, how you can start making these connections. All right, I've totally gotten off. I'm all over the place here with my PowerPoint. Also, another thought too, and I'll go ahead and kind of wrap it up here. I may have more that I go on Facebook Live with because I try to be conscious of your time. But also check if there are local colleges, trade schools, different like vo-tech type things in your area, because you know more than the average Joe about your industry. Okay, so if you are in skincare, go and talk about skincare. Go and talk about the buying, like how the industry is working. Go and talk about things that you know that you can do, that you can help. If you are in cooking, go to a cooking class and talk about the things that you know. If you are great at social media, go and talk about things that you know. I am teaching a class on social media for small businesses tomorrow. That's not necessarily my niche. I try to stick to direct sales, but because I train you guys, there's so many things that translate. So think about what can translate. Think about what you can share that you know. And there's all kinds of opportunities for that. If you are in skincare, health and wellness, that kind of stuff, you can even go and talk to, you know, up and coming, like for girls who are, you know, just getting out of school, how to dress professionally, how to do their makeup professionally, how to, you know, those kind of things. Those are things that translate. You just kind of think outside of the box, but that will put you in front of not only the people that are learning from you, but the people that are working at that organization, that college, that vo-tech, that whatever, because they want to help too. So it, again, gives you something in common, something that you can kind of connect with. And then one last thing that I'm going to say that is probably, you know, you're thinking, really, I joke, there are so many memes out there and stuff that say, you know, happy 24 hours of nonstop Facebook notifications, or, you know, happy day of people that you have not seen or heard from in 100 years are going to wish you a happy birthday. You know what? That's absolutely true. All right. When my birthday, which by the way, my birthday's in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, something like that. Anyway, no joke, for like 2 days, I will get a notification every couple of seconds of people that are wishing me a happy birthday. And some people that I don't even know that I know them. I don't, whatever. But you know what? That feels good. Okay. And as the birthday person, that's okay. And if it doesn't feel good, then, you know, somebody needs to, like, you know, stop it, you know, just be happy about things. But it's their birthday. So yes, every morning, get up and wish everybody that's got a birthday that day a happy birthday. It just puts you in front of them again for that microsecond. Don't happy birthday, here's 10% off, especially if you haven't talked to them in a while. If they ordered last week, by all means, you can do that. But if you haven't talked to this person in a year, just say happy birthday. You can even say, you know, happy birthday from your favorite blah, blah consultant, you know, or from your so-and-so. Hope you have a phenomenal day, or something along those lines. So you can make it business without being business. But you know what? Anybody who doesn't like having 1,000 people wish them a happy birthday, they just need some love in their lives. All right, we'll just leave it at that. But anyway, something else that you can do, especially if those people, it doesn't kind of go with local, but as you know, as we're talking about Facebook here, and because yours truly has a birthday coming up, I thought about that as well. So anyhow, go spend some time this afternoon on Facebook looking at what is happening locally. Check out the events. What can you do? And here's the thing, get your family involved. You know, a lot of times we think, you know, or I hear that the families don't get to do enough with our business. Get the families involved. Take your kids to something. Take your spouse to something. Take your parents to something. Take, you know, your best friend, your sister, whatever. Okay, go do stuff. Get out of your house. So check the events. Connect with pages of other businesses in the Pensacola area. Just because you are not a brick and mortar business doesn't mean you are not any less of a business than the restaurant up the street. In fact, your business may be better because you don't have that kind of overhead. So connect with them. You're all business owners, and especially those mom and pops and those other business owners, they get it and they will welcome you with open arms, because people who really truly understand networking know the power that is in networking. All right, so events, pages, and groups. All right, connect, find groups, and participate in them. And don't, for the love, do not have your first thing that you post in a Facebook group be an advertisement or buy me, buy me, buy me, buy me. I can't tell you guys how many times in our Party Plan Divas group I will approve a membership and the very next thing I see is having to decline somebody's sales ad. Spend some time on the relationship. Spend some time building your credibility. Why would I buy from you? I don't know who you are, right? But if I know you and you post something that I might like, you're going to get the sale. All right. So I'll step off that soapbox. But 3 huge things that you can use on Facebook, 100% free, to build your business in your local area.